Imagine a town where, every night at 2 a.m., an eerie silence falls. Welcome to Hushwood. Sarah arrives to uncover the truth behind the silence and stumbles into a hidden world of dark secrets. As danger closes in, Sarah must solve the mystery before it's too late. Sarah loved solving mysteries. When she heard about the strange happenings in Hushwood, a town where everything fell silent at 2 a.m., she knew she had to visit. She packed her bags and took the next bus to the remote town. Upon arriving, Sarah noticed the town's eerie quietness. The townspeople seemed friendly but distant, and they all avoided talking about the nightly silence. She rented a small room at the local inn, determined to find out what was going on. That night, Sarah set an alarm for 1:55 a.m. As she waited, she heard the normal sounds of the night. Crickets chirping, the wind rustling through the trees. But as the clock struck 2 a.m., everything went completely silent. It was as if the world had paused. Sarah looked out her window and saw strange symbols drawn on the doors of the houses across the street. Her heart raced as she noticed a shadowy figure moving from house to house, leaving the symbols. She grabbed her flashlight and quietly slipped out of her room to follow the figure. She trailed the figure through the empty streets until they reached an old, abandoned building on the outskirts of town. The figure disappeared inside. Sarah hesitated for a moment, then gathered her courage and followed. Inside the building, she found a hidden staircase leading down to a dark, underground room. The room was filled with old books, strange artifacts, and more of the mysterious symbols. In the center of the room stood a large, ancient-looking stone with glowing runes. As Sarah approached the stone, she heard a faint whisper,
"Beware the silence."
Before she could investigate further, she heard footsteps behind her. She turned around to see the shadowy figure standing in the doorway. The figure lowered their hood, revealing a young woman with piercing blue eyes. "You shouldn't be here," the woman said. "You're in grave danger." Sarah's heart pounded.
Who are you? What is going on in this town?
The woman stepped closer.
My name is Eliza. I'm part of an ancient society that has protected Hushwood for centuries. The nightly silence is a ritual to keep a dark force at bay. But something has gone wrong. The force is growing stronger, and soon the silence won't be enough to stop it.
Suddenly, the stone began to glow brighter, and the room filled with a low, rumbling sound. Eliza's eyes widened in fear. "We need to leave now." As they rushed out of the building, Sarah's mind raced with questions. What was the dark force? How was the town connected to it? And what role did she have to play in this mystery? Just as they reached the inn, a powerful gust of wind slammed the door shut behind them. The silence was broken by a chilling, otherworldly howl. Sarah and Eliza turned to see shadowy figures emerging from the darkness, their eyes glowing with a menacing light. "Run!" Eliza screamed. They dashed through the town, with the shadowy figures close behind. Sarah's heart pounded in her chest as she realized the full extent of the danger she was in. They reached an old church, and Eliza quickly locked the door behind them. "We're safe for now," Eliza said, catching her breath. "But we don't have much time. The dark force knows you're here, and it will stop at nothing to silence you." Sarah's mind raced with fear and confusion. What had she gotten herself into, and how could she possibly help stop this dark force? As the first light of dawn began to break, Eliza turned to Sarah with a determined look. "There's more you need to know, but it has to wait. We have to prepare for tonight. If we fail, the entire town, and maybe more, could be lost forever." Just when Sarah thought she'd uncovered the town's darkest secrets, the real danger begins. In Part 2, Sarah and Eliza must decode ancient riddles and confront a terrifying force that threatens to engulf Hushwood. What lies ahead could change everything. Don't miss the next chapter of The Silent Town. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to be the first to see how Sarah's journey unfolds. And tell us in the comments, what do you think the dark force is? Stay tuned, the mystery is far from over.